Need something?
Trouble?
I'd rather spend more time in the
Would you
mine
happen to be
hauling
headed
iron
towards
than
Darkwater
doing
Crossing?
woman's work, keeping the house clean.
My parents live there. I usually make the journey to bring them gifts and to just say hello, but I haven't been well lately. I've written some
Think
letters
so,
and placed them in a satchel.
Maybe you'd like to put some
Perhaps you
septums
wouldn't
behind
mind
that
delivering
boast.
it to them on my behalf?
You have yourself a bet.
You would? Well then, I would insist on
I've been
rewarding you
cracking
for your
rock ever
time.
since I've been able to hold
Here,
a pickaxe.
take my
I'm
satchel
telling
and give
you,
it to my
this
father,
mine is
Werner.
drying up.
He'll likely have something for you to bring back.
You're wrong.
What makes you so sure?
Darkwater
But
Crossing
if I'm
is a
right,
difficult journey. Mind
I know
yourself.
There's ore still in there. I can smell it. If you think you're right, then you can pack up anytime you like.
Another day, I hope. I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman. A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
give us a straight answer.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
Izmir's beard. The manner was always a bit odd, but I wouldn't have expected. You've done the city a mighty service, friend. I believe you'll find the guards to be a bit more cordial with you in the future. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Trouble?
He knows that. They all know that.
I grew up hearing songs about Alvin.
Think us all lawless beasts. I can take you... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
The Greybeard and the Dragonborn to High Rothgar. Such a thing has not happened for
Aye.
eyes
Something
are on
troubling
you.
you? I'll
Don't
listen.
disappoint us.
Ooh, nicely done.
Picked up some new
Here's
clients.
your share.
Did a few jobs on my own, but not sure if that will cover our expenses.
Thank you, Vex. You've always been the most
Erica,
reliable.
best of all, success.
Well, what the hell is the Mercer?
If you don't watch out,
Have
you
even
might even
talked to
earn
him?
Vex. I handle
Mercer
them.
is
If
being
breaking's more your
He
thing,
doesn't plan to get
go
us out
talk
of
to
this
Vex.
rut, and he isn't sharing it with me.
Bad time. Brynjolf's been... Sometime. Simple. Steal from anywhere in the... Keep this up, and you'll be rich
All
enough
eyes
to
are on you,
retire
lad.
before you know it.
Disappoint us.
Good luck.
Out with it. Time is money. Well, you done or what? Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place. I handled the If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He got more than you can handle. One of the quick... If you're interested, what do you say? Here you go. Hope you don't muck it up.
So, what can I do for you today?
My brother in crime. Need something?
Can hardly wait to uncover the entrance to Urkend. Well, we did manage to uncover a few inscriptions, but sadly, we didn't find a way into Urkend. Here's some remaining fragments we couldn't quite match up with anything, if you feel like taking a crack at it. As for the entrance, if you can take the survey tool again and try for another location, that would be helpful. Orion, Madras, and I are still busy trying to translate the inscriptions. Oh, fantastic. I'll send Kaya and Latoria to start on it and we'll join them shortly. It will take a bit of time, but this one shows some promise. Come back later in the week and we should have some results.
I suppose if you place the first line before the third, it could mean under. Otherwise it means
I'm sure you've made no... has been the most helpful. May I just say it's a pleasure to have you...
Divines bless you. May the ground... It worked then. Let me see. Goodness, that's it, isn't it? Yes. It's not perfect, but it's a close enough approximation that it should certainly suffice for initial tests. You've done excellent work here. Truly excellent. There's only one thing missing now, and that should be arriving shortly. I'll begin preparations. Thank you again so much for this. Of course. Until next time.
I'm sure you've made note of who's been the most helpful. If there's ever any way I can assist you, please let me know.
Favorite? I'm a sword man myself. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I was this close to catching that kid. I swear.
Yes? Major.
Both my daughters. Now my wife? How much is one man supposed to take?
Luckily, Windhelm is cold, so the dead don't rot.
Fear not. Come dragon or giant.
I can take you... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
It's a fun with you around.
Good to see you, friend.
So, what can I do for you today? Alfred sent, more important, success. Being a... If you don't watch out, if you don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you. Job well done.
Steal anything? I suppose you want your share now. Here you go. Don't give up now. There's plenty of loot out
Well, I never thought I'd see the guild this way ever again. The place is growing into what it used to be when Gallus was running the show. Contacts are springing up all over, and I've got young footpads beating down the door to join up. I've got one last special request of you. Finish this one, and all of Skyrim's ours for the taking. Got word from Torsten Krulsey in Windhelm that a rival guild is trying to get itself started. Not only that, but they're giving us thieves a bad name by murdering their marks. Get over there and see what you can do. Can I give you a little tip? Take every job you can get, or else you'll end up a beggar.
If you need marksman training... What's on your mind?
Gods be praised.
I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. My carriage is the safe...
Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be ready.
Come see me in the marketplace tomorrow. You won't find better prices in all of East March.
I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull. My daughter Fiotli. She was murdered a few months ago. Left her laying on the ground in the pool of her own blood. I assumed they were after her valuables. She always wore far too much jewelry in public. Then I told her it'd be the death of her. I never thought. No need to explain. I'm well aware of your guild's methods. Took me weeks, but I finally tracked down to kill her. A bloody Altmer at that. Can you imagine? Let's just say I'm a firm believer in an eye for an eye and leave it at that. He fancied himself a thief in some sort of new guild forming around here. Gave me some valuable information before, well, you know. Well, like I told Delvin, I think we can help each other. You recover what I'm looking for, and take out a rival guild in the process. Exactly. One of the pieces stolen from her was a silver locket. A Cruel Sea family heirloom. I want it back. The only name I have is Naranya. Has a house right here in Windhelm. That's where you should begin looking. Should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer.
Spare a coin. Talos rewards the generous.
Yes, can I help you with some... Fiotli. Fiotli. Where have I heard that name? Oh, of course, the poor girl who was murdered. Such a beautiful young thing. A tragedy, to be certain. How dare you! You're accusing me of taking part in such a heinous act? I should have you arrested for even suggesting such a thing. Now, just a moment. Let's think about this, you know, discuss it like two rational people. Look, I had no choice. They're crazy. I could be killed. It's a guild of Altmer thieves. They call themselves the Somerset Shadows. Their leader, Linway, he's the worst of the lot. He steals valuables from the dead.
No, Linway prefers stealing from the deceased. Digs up the corpses, breaks into the Hall of the Dead. He even stole that locket right off that poor murdered girl's body. Or what was left of it.
I used to fence for the Thieves Guild in Skyrim a long time ago. When Linway moved into the area, he contacted me and said if I didn't fence for them, he'd kill me. If I tell you, you need to promise not to kill me. I'd prove to be quite an asset to the Thieves Guild, and one of the best fences in Skyrim. Linway is holed up in a place called Uttering Hills Cave. He's got his entire guild there, so be careful. After you're done with all this, come back anytime and I'll make good on my end of the bargain. I'm misled you. Return when this is over.
You hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor.
I'd rather have 2 bottles.
I guess I was just hearing things. Is someone there?
can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Yeah, you need something?
Well, I never thought I'd see the guild this way ever again. The place is greater than what it used to be when Gallus was running the show. Contacts are springing up all over, and I've got young footpads beating down the door to join up. I've got one last special request of you. Finish this one, and all of Skyrim's ours for the taking.
Word on the street is Golden Glow's been hit. Good job, lad. Let me take a look at what you found. Arengoth sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be? Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name. No. Nothing like that. You're calling on her for business. That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Don't worry about it. Maven's business dealings usually involve quite a bit of gold for her people. Of course, your pay. You're smart as a whip, lad. Keep doing right by us, and there's plenty more where that came from. Until next we meet, lad.
Still learning the ropes. Did you want something?
Protect yourself, right?
Divine bless you. May
My skill in battle is unmatched.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive. You're a firebrand, aren't you? It's about time Brynjolf sent me someone with business sense. I was beginning to think he was running some sort of beggars guild over there. Faith. I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area. Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Machius. He'll fill you in on all the details. One more time, in case I wasn't... You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of a face skull.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Hollyfrost Farm. It pains me to see this locket. To be reminded of Fiotli once more, but I'm glad it's back where it belongs. Told Delvin that if he still desires to have my support for the Thieves Guild in Windhelm, he's got it. Should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer. I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn?
If you need to sample some of the finest meat in Skyrim, you're in the right place.
Think I got the clean mug around here somewhere?
Can't a man drink? I'm gonna keep this Haunting Brew's owner. No, the meadery has quite a pest. He's going to give you the poison. Maven and I... Now get going before Saviorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
You're back. I was beginning to think you may never return. So, how did it go? Did you slay the dragon? What do you mean? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out there pursuing it? Wormstooth? Then it seems that once again that dragon has slipped out of our grasp. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. There's a reason I'm involved in this little dragon hunt of ours. I manage the Imperial mining settlement at Wormstooth. That dragon first showed up a fortnight ago. It began killing miners and burning trade caravans on the road, but never attacked us directly. I tried evacuating people back to the mainland in case it changed its mind, but those miners are a stubborn lot. Foolish, if you ask me. So I hired a group of mercenaries to come to Worm's Tooth and put that dragon to the sword. Sadly, they were never heard of again. Things were quiet for a while. I assumed the dragon either went back to sleep or had left the island for good. Either way would be fine with me. But then I heard news. The very same dragon was spotted over Skyrim, putting a strain on trade routes, burning caravans and settlements. I came to Skyrim at the behest of the East Empire Company. They probably saw this as my responsibility to deal with. I thought I could correct past mistakes by ending things here, but that dragon has proved far more slippery than I had imagined. It seems we have no choice but to pursue it back to where things first started, back to Worm's Tooth. I'll have a ship ready at the docks in Solitude. Meet me there and we'll set sail for Worm's Tooth. I shouldn't need to remind you that we won't know what to expect when we arrive. You should stock up on whatever supplies you need before we depart. And don't forget, that 10,000 gold bounty is still up for grabs should we actually manage to pull this off.
Down with Ulfric, the killer.
Anything you need?
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here? Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the Captain of the Guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined. Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done. Oh, very well. Here's half. You'll get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed. I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back. Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
If you need to sample some of the finest mead in Skyrim, you're in the right place.
Was something we discussed unclear? Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished. You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Well, Sebjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunting Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine to be sipped and savored. By the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move.
Farewell, Sebjorn. I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften? So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. My carriage is the...
got the coin? You've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
I trust you have good news for me? This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabion's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. I believe we're done.
Good to see you again, friend.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the Guild? Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the Guild. Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever. They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godjal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullumai. Slimy bastard. Gullumai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
Good afternoon.
I have work if you've got the backbone.
Looking for work. Charleston was gratified the death of his daughter was avenged, and the heirloom was returned. At this very moment, he's laying the groundwork for the Guild to re-establish itself in Windhelm. Burning that banner was a nice touch too. Should send a clear message to the Somerset Shadows that we're a force to be reckoned with. The Guild's at full strength, and we have you to thank for it. We've had our share of dark times, and now they seem like a distant memory. I'm gonna tell you something you'll never hear me say again. And if you tell anyone I told you, I'll deny it. When you walk through the guild, don't be ashamed to hold your head high, 'cause you're the best damn thief in the place. Can I give you a little tip? Take every job you can, or else you end up a beggar.
Before we get down to business, I've got something I need you to do. Well, as you know, the guild's growing and things are looking up around here. The only thing we're lacking is a reliable way to transport our merchandise across Skyrim. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there are several Khajiit caravans that travel across the realm. They're shrewd traders and don't mind getting their hands dirty. I've bartered with their leader, Rasad, on more than one occasion. Actually, I want you to bring him something. You see, the caravans are notorious for transporting illegal substances. Present Rasad with this satchel of moon sugar, and I bet my last septim he'll make a deal. I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do. Find Rasad. His caravan group. Just don't do anything stupid when you get there.
I can't believe Gullumai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind. Trouble? Huh. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you. You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullumai, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage. Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. Good luck in solitude. Keep Gullumai alive, but remind him who we are.
I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Oh, the city in proper order, Thane.